Hi everyone, this is Karen Gardner. I am so excited to be talking with you today. I'm here in my Mary Kay office in Bakersfield, California, and I have something really exciting that I want to share with all of you. So listen to the end of this if you can, because there is something that I would like to invite you to that I really believe will absolutely change your business. So I'm going to be looking from my notes so that I don't miss anything, but I want to tell you a story at leadership, well gosh, about maybe 3 weeks ago. So Elaine Watson and Joyce Podratz and I were walking out of the masquerade ball at the convention center. And we were all kind of tired, and you know, the company sets up this beautiful backdrop where you can have a professional picture made in front of these masquerade masks, and we were all just going to go home, and we thought, oh, you know, we don't need another picture. And then I said, oh, you guys, that wall is so beautiful. So let's just get a quick picture. So we went over because we were going to go right and leave. So we decided to go left and go over to the backdrop to get our picture made. And we set our purses down on the table, and I looked up, and there, standing about 5 feet tall, was the most glamorous woman. And she had fur all over. She was wearing stiletto platform heels with rhinestones up the back, and she was wearing the diamond bumblebees, a whole bunch of them, and she had bar pins from 200,000 up to $1 million. And one of the bees that she was wearing was the National Sales Director Emeritus bee that you get when you retire as a National Sales Director. So for those of you who don't know, who are watching, we have consultants and directors watching. When you go to retire as a National Sales Director, the company gives you a couple of parting gifts. One of them is an amazing retirement. And in that retirement, what they do is they look at your last 5 years of service, and they will pay you, they will take the average, they will take the best 3 of those 5 years, and they will pay you 60% of that number over the next 15 years in a row. And so, for example, Shirley Hutton, who is one of the all-time greats in Mary Kay, her retirement is $650,000 a year. Amazing. There's many national sales directors who are making, you know, $150,000 a year in retirement and over $200,000 a year. So that's one of the gifts they give you. Another gift that they give you is the Cadillac that you're driving at the time. They sign over the Cadillac to you, and it becomes yours. And the other gift, I'm sure there's more than this, but another gift that they give you is they give you a diamond bumblebee, which is probably about half the size of your palm, pure diamonds, or they give you a cash check for $10,000. Well, the woman who I met, her name is Naomi Ruth Easley, and she was wearing the Emeritus Diamond Bumblebee. And I said to her, oh, I really like your bees. And she looked at me calm and cool, and she said, well, I know where you can get some. So we started talking, and I learned who she was, and she looked at me and Joyce and Elaine, and she said, do you teach the time test to your people? And I said, well, no, what's that? Well, she said, do you have a minute? So you guys, she sat down with Elaine and Joyce and I, and she trained us for an hour and a half. Now understand that she's been retired. It's been more than 15 years since she's retired from Mary Kay. So she has been retired for a while. She had so much passion in her body, it was almost radiating off her. And she sat down and she showed us that there's 168 hours in a week, and how she customizes it to each woman that she sits with, asking them, how much time do you spend sleeping? How much time do you spend cleaning your house? How much time do you spend with God? And by the way, I love that she asked that question, because He is first. He's number one. And I love that she's old school enough to help us, to point out to us, to keep our priorities straight. And so basically what she does, she said, because the biggest objection that we hear with the Mary Kay opportunity is that I don't have enough time. And so what she does is she tries to help women find a couple hours every week in their schedule to work a Mary Kay business. And it was amazing. And so one of us said, oh, you know, we should make a flyer on this. And she looked at us and she said, please don't. And it kind of caught us off guard. And I think the point was that she wants that time test to be individualized to every person. And she wants, she didn't want it to get watered down with a flyer probably, you know, going around social media and the internet. And I just love that she is old school. And so she did. She sat down and she trained us for an hour and a half. We went back to the hotel with her, and she's still training us as we're sitting on the bus with her. We cleared out, the entire convention center was cleared out, and there were about 8 Mary Kay staff that were waiting just for her. It was just the most amazing experience. And so here's the long of it short, you guys. I know that that was a divine appointment. And I really believe, you guys, that we are blessed in this company to have a number of high achievers who have achieved so much in our company in a relatively short amount of time. And I want to learn from them. I want to know what they have to say. But you know who I also want to hear from? I want to hear from a woman who had Daylene White as her sales director, because Naomi Ruth Easley, Daylene White was her director. And if you're a new consultant watching this and you don't know who Daylene White was, she was Mary Kay's close personal friend, and she became the very first beauty consultant who pioneered this company with our founder from day one on September 13th of 1963. So there were 9 original beauty consultants. The first one was Daylene White. And so Ruth Easley was in Daylene White's unit. So that's who I also want to be trained by. Somebody who literally sat at the feet of Mary Kay, our founder, and spent countless hours learning from her, learning from Mary Kay the way that she wanted things to be done. That is somebody that I really want to learn from. And it was so cute because she kept teaching us things, and I would say to her, Ruthie, I've never heard anybody teach on that. And she leaned over and she said to me, honey, nobody teaches what I teach. And I love that, you guys, because she's old school. And I don't know about you, but I love somebody that does things old school. So what I have to tell you, let me find my notes here. So she told us that at leadership, that here's what was going on at the time. She said at leadership, which was in mid-January for them, 1 year. Now prior to this, keep in mind, she had promised Mary Kay and looked her in the eye that she would be one of her nationals. At leadership, the company announced, and I don't know what year this was, but they announced that the requirements to become a national area were becoming more difficult. And so, she panicked. She said, Karen, I had promised Mary Kay that I would be one of her nationals. So she said, when leadership closed down, she said, I asked all my directors to join me in the back of the convention center. We found a private room somewhere. And she said, I got down on my knees and I prayed and I just asked for God's blessing so that we could do this, so that we could become an area. And she said, her director said, Ruthie, we are behind you. We are behind you. So she said, okay, I need the names of your top 5 consultants, and I want to work with them, women who you feel that would want leadership in the company. So Ruthie called and worked with them, and so did their directors. Long of it short, in 2 weeks, because on February 1st, the requirements to become a national area were getting essentially more difficult. And so what she did was, so the girls got together within a 2-week time period, you guys, 2 weeks, they developed 8 DIQs, which at that time meant they recruited 120 new consultants to help those girls, those 8 go DIQ in 2 weeks. And, they say work expands for the time allowed for it. And sometimes you just feel like you need a reason, you need a reason to do something, you need a goal, you need a timeline. Nothing really happens without a deadline, right? So they took that 2 weeks, and they had 120 new team members join in 2 weeks. I say 120 lives changed. And so they did end up finishing as a national area. And so let me just grab my notes here. So here's the best part, you guys. I asked her, and she is willing to fly to Bakersfield, California for us to do a mountain retreat for us. And she said that she wanted it to be away, out of town, so that we could all be in the bubble. And by the way, we're going to be doing this coming up March 10th through the 12th. And it is not lost on me that Career Conference is right around the corner. This is coming up very quickly. We just put it together. And here's why we did not decide to do it in April or May. We have a lot of consultants who are listening to this who are after big goals. You want directorship, you want car. And we also have a lot of directors who are wrapping up huge goals by June 30th. So we did not want to say, well, let's have this retreat in April or May, and then you've only got until June 30th to really finish qualifications. And so that's why we are doing this now, so that we can all finish the year strong. You guys, the fact that she's been retired for so many years and she is willing to come and do this for us, I can't even believe how blessed that we are. I've scarcely met somebody with so much passion in this business, especially years after she's been retired. I mean, I can hardly stand it. I can hardly stand it. So here's the details. So March 10th, which is a Friday, is when we're going to start. We're going to be at the Frazier Park, in Frazier Park, California. Frazier is, in case you want to look it up, F-R-A-Z-I-E-R, Frazier Park, California, at the Frazier Woods Conference Center, which is owned by a local church here in town. We have room for 100 people, but here's the deal. There's only 68 beds. So first come, first serve. So contact me ASAP about this. So if you want to call me or you want to text me, my cell phone is 661-900-5042. 661-900-5042. And for $110, here's what you get. Everything. You get all of your meals starting Friday night and ending on Sunday afternoon. That includes your stay at a mountain cabin with me. I mean, of course, and I'm so much fun. So it's going to be amazing, you guys. It's going to be just absolutely like something I have never done and never been to in my entire 18-year career. And I'm so excited because I want you to come and play with us. So it's going to be incredible. Let's see. So that's 110, and that reserves you a spot. Okay, so we are going to begin, like I said, Friday, March 10th at 6 p.m., and we're going to finish on Sunday, probably late afternoon. We're wrapping up the details, but here's the coolest part. Sunday evening, back here in Bakersfield, maybe here at my training center somewhere, Ruthie wants to meet with the husbands, and I absolutely love this because she said, you know what, Karen, I really want to meet with the guys because the guys, you know, are so awesome, but the guys are probably going to want this information. They are used to seeing their wives as moms and wives, and they're not, some of them used to seeing their wives as business women. And so she would like to meet with the guys so that they know what is in it, the benefit of directorship, of car, what is in it for their family, and what it's going to take, and so that she can answer their questions. You guys, the fact that she is willing to do that, I don't even have words for that. That is the above and beyond. We are so blessed. We are so blessed to have this opportunity. So, and this is what she said. I said, well, Ruthie, there's going to be some girls that say, I just can't pull it together that fast. I don't know if I can make it. And this is what she said. She said, Karen, she said, ask him this. She said, if at your current job, you were told that you were up for a promotion, and that promotion would require a training program beforehand to prepare you for the new position. And at the time when you were all finished with your training that you received, and when you receive the new position, that there could be a possibility that you would be able to double your income. Would that be something that would interest you? You guys, you know that that's the truth. Because as a sales director, you know how much more there is in income over being a consultant. And oh my goodness, you guys, my prayer for you is that you prayerfully consider this and you contact me immediately, because I believe that this is going to be not only just a business-changing weekend, but a life-changing weekend. So my cell phone, 661-900-5042. Love you, and I cannot wait to spend this time with you. Bye.